Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to take GitHub Copilot and completely transform how you use it. We're talking about taking it from a simple coding tool to a fully customizable virtual team. Now, if you're a total beginner to all this new AI terminology, honestly, do not worry. We're going to break it all down using some real-world analogies that'll make perfect sense, whether you're just writing basic scripts or you're deep into complex C++ application development.
Okay, so let's just dive right into this. Think about how you use AI right now. If you're basically just using it to, finish your lines of code like a fancy autocomplete, you're missing out on an absolutely massive ecosystem of customization. A lot of us start there, right? Just letting the AI guess the end of a variable name. But the landscape has completely shifted. Copilot has evolved way, way beyond those simple inline code suggestions.
The reality we're living in now is that your AI can actually understand your specific code base. It can enforce your unique team standards, and it can even automate your most repetitive tasks. It's no longer just this generic assistant sitting on the sidelines. It's practically a team member, one that actually knows your conventions, understands your architecture, and, frankly, feels your pain points.
So, here's our agenda for today's explainer. First, we'll meet your new AI team. Then, we'll look at instructions, which are like your company handbook. Next up, prompts, basically your standard operating procedures. Then we'll cover agents, your specialist colleagues. After that, skills, representing tools and certifications. And finally, we'll put it all together.
All right, jumping into Section 1. Meet your new AI team.
So, where does this team actually live? Well, all of these customization files go right inside your repository, specifically in a .github folder. Think of this folder as your literal virtual office. And the best part? Because these are just standard Markdown files version-controlled right alongside your C++ source code, your whole entire team gets the benefits instantly. There's absolutely no complex installation, no heavy configuration. The barrier to entry is literally just dropping a text file into a folder. How cool is that?
Moving right along to Section 2, Instructions, otherwise known as the company handbook.
Okay, so what actually are custom instructions? Well, think of them as the always-on guidance that your AI absolutely must follow. Whether it's a global file that governs your whole workspace, or maybe targeted files just for your C++ environment, these instructions just automatically attach themselves to every single prompt you send.
It's exactly like a company handbook that dictates office culture. These instruction files set your baseline rules. You aren't micromanaging the AI step-by-step, you're just giving it some solid guardrails. So for a C++ developer, this could mean telling the AI, hey, always use smart pointers instead of raw pointers, or always follow the Google C++ style guide. It just silently influences the output without backing the AI into a rigid corner.
All right, Section 3, Prompts, which we can think of as your standard operating procedures.
If you find yourself sitting there typing out the exact same really complex request maybe 3 times a week, like asking the AI to explain a block of code or generate a bunch of unit tests, you really need to turn that into a prompt file. Basically, you're packaging that massive request into one simple little / command.
These are your named one-shot plays. Picture them like standard operating procedures just pinned to the wall in your office. When you need one, you just grab it and run it. For instance, you could type /memory check to instantly kick off a predefined Valgrind analysis of your current C++ file. Or type /generate CMake to whip up a build file for a new module in seconds. You can even throw in variables like file to make them super dynamic. It is a huge time saver. Now, the crucial thing to understand here, and this is a super common mix-up for beginners, is the contrast between the two. You want to use instructions for those universal team standards that just run quietly in the background on every single query. But you use prompts when you want to explicitly command the AI to run a specific named play right then and there. Make sense? Okay, Section 4, Agents, or as I like to call them, your specialist colleagues. An agent isn't just your standard, run-of-the-mill, generic AI. It's actually an expert tailored for a very specific role in your workflow. See, while a prompt is just a quick, one-off task, an agent persists across your whole chat session. Once you select an agent, every message you send from that point on gets filtered right through that specialist's unique persona and rule set. Think of agents as the specialized experts you'd hire for very specific jobs, and you give them clear, strict boundaries. Say you create a C-drop reviewer agent. You give it access to read your codebase to hunt for memory leaks, right? But you explicitly forbid it from actually modifying your source code. Or maybe you spin up a planner agent that only spits out structured architecture plans and then it hands the actual execution off to a coder agent. You are in total control of what tools the AI is even allowed to touch.
Moving to Section 5, Skills representing your tools and certifications.
Now, while instructions tell your agent how to think, skills tell it exactly how to do something highly specific, yielding a predetermined exact output. And here's the thing. Skills aren't just single text files. They're actually entire folders that bundle your markdown instructions right alongside your scripts and templates. In our virtual office analogy, these are the heavy-duty runbooks, like handing professional certifications and toolkits straight to your staff. And what's genuinely amazing is that they are progressively loaded. That means the AI just reads the title and description at first, which really saves your valuable context window. Then, when it realizes it actually needs the skill, it pops open the folder, reads the scripts, and gets to work. So your AI can perfectly format a complex CMake lists file every single time, all because it's pulling from that bundled template you set up in the skill folder. Just to clear up another really common beginner confusion, the custom agent is the who. It's the persona, the specialist with the strict boundaries. The skill, on the other hand, is the how. It's the physical toolkit, detailing exactly how they achieve a specific, strictly formatted result. Put simply, agents control the tools, but skills lock in the specific outputs. All right, Section 6, Putting it all together. Let's see this in action. Let's visualize a beautifully orchestrated AI workflow. Imagine it's morning. You tag your specialist architecture agent to plan out a legacy update. Mid-morning, you fire off a refactor action prompt, which automatically yanks in a bundled C++ formatting skill. Come afternoon, your CPV reviewer agent is checking the work, entirely governed by the silent rules of your company handbook instructions. It's just this incredibly seamless handoff of tasks from one to the other. Now, this cheat sheet is your absolute ultimate decision guide. If you're ever wondering exactly which file to create for your specific problem, just remember this. Instructions are your always-on background rules. Prompts are your manual, one-shot tasks. Agents are your personas with strict boundaries. And skills, those are your reusable, auto-discovered toolkits. Now, if I can give you the most pragmatic advice for getting started, please do not try to do all of this at once. It's way too overwhelming. Just iterate week by week and let these customizations grow naturally out of your actual day-to-day pain points. Start this week by just running the /init command to generate a baseline handbook. Then, next week, try creating just one agent. The week after that, try saving a prompt. Nice and easy. As you start building out this amazing AI office in your repository, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. When the AI is handling the execution, parsing the templates, and enforcing all the coding standards, what becomes of you? Well, you actually elevate your position. You transition from being just a coder into an orchestrator of digital talent. Think about that for a second. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy building!